Alright y'all, so due to my own stupidity, yesterday's video reacting to the USA versus South Sudan game didn't come out till today. It's supposed to go out yesterday. I went onto my YouTube channel and saw that it said edit draft, and I said, oh. So that didn't get updated till today. I wasn't going to upload it. I was going to be like, damn, maybe we'll just skip it. But then I'm like, you know what? They don't play till Saturday. Still a relevant video. But today's video is it's going to be a new series for me. It's going to be something that God gave me last night at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, okay, you sure? He was like, yeah, man, do it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, why not? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make a video for all 30 NBA teams individually, talking about the best case scenario realistically. Obviously, the best case scenario for every team is to win a ring. I'm talking about best case scenario realistically for each of the 30 teams in the NBA individually. So you're going to be getting that over the next 30, 35 days. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to upload that like Saturday. You won't get that because Saturday Team USA plays, so you'll get that video instead. There's going to be other videos mixed in there. But over the next about month and a half, you're going to be seeing those videos. So I was going to start off with my Toronto Raptors, but nobody gives a damn about the Raptors, so I wanted to start this series off with a bang, start about a team that's always getting talked about, especially with the players they have on their roster. Could have started out with the defending champs. That would have been a good idea too, but I don't think they have as much buzz as this team, the Los Angeles Lakers. So let's talk about their best case scenario for the 2024-2025 season. Now, the Lakers have a lot of new pieces going into this year with a lot of expectations on some of them, and a lot of those expectations are unfair, but that comes with the territory of going to a historic franchise, going to the Lakers, a team that has 17 rings. These new pieces, I think, will give a lot of the fans hope, but like I said, a lot of unrealistic expectations as well. I'm here to tell you the best case realistically for the Lakers and for each of these pieces individually. Now, with it being the Lakers, the expectation is always championship, especially when you have LeBron and you have AD on the roster, and then literally just this year, the Celtics got to banner 18 before you got to banner 18. So obviously there's going to be a lot of people that are expecting championship or bust for the 2024-2025 Lakers. I'm sorry, I disagree. I don't think this is a championship roster as currently constructed. I do think, considering the fact that the West is deep and the East got even better, I do think that this is not, I just don't think this is a championship roster at the moment. Now, will they get very far in the playoffs? They could. In fact, my realistic best case, not just realistic, but my realistic best case scenario for the Lakers to win this year is to make it to the Western Conference Finals. I think that is the best case if everything goes according to plan for the Lakers this year. It is to make it to the Western Conference Finals and give whoever they face off against, Dallas, OKC, Denver, Minnesota, whoever it may end up being, a one hell of a run. Now, keep in mind, the Lakers, even as currently constructed, are a team that you don't want to match up against in the 7-game series. They have LeBron and AD. That's automatically a team you don't want to match up against. So, do I think they could win a ring? Do I think they could make it to the finals? Sure, I do. Do I think that will happen? Do I think it's a realistic best case scenario for it to happen? No, I think it's a very, 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 very small chance. Now, the first and biggest new piece we have to talk about his expectations and the expectations of how I think it's possible for him to get them to the Western Conference Finals realistically in the best case scenario. JJ Redick, head coach JJ Redick, first year head coach, first time head coach in the NBA, first time head coach at all at any high level of basketball. Now, he has a lot of eyes. He has a lot of expectations on him. Most of them are unfair. Most of them are unrealistic. Like I said, comes with the territory of being a part of the Lakers organization. Realistic best case scenario. If he can be a coach that can maintain the level of playoff success or maybe even build on the level of playoff success that the Lakers have had recently, that being Western Conference Finals 2 years ago and this year losing in the first round, if he can get to the playoffs and win a round or two, I think that'll be just a great first step to keep JJ Redick around, to give the Lakers fans some hope in JJ Redick. Now, I know that might not be asking for a lot considering the fact that Darvin Ham got you to the Western Conference Finals and then Frank Vogel won a ring in 2020 and then Darvin Ham came out behind him and got you to the Western Conference Finals and then got you to the you lost in the first round last year. I know you're thinking, well, if that's the case, they could have just kept Darvin Ham. I feel you. I think Darvin Ham was let go maybe a little too early if you were just going to hire JJ Redick, but this isn't about that. That hired JJ Redick, I like the hire. I don't think it's a bad hire at all. Here's what I think will happen with Redick being the coach. This is what I think the best case scenario is for Redick being the head coach first year by the end of the year. Now, obviously, things might look rough in the beginning. It's going to be the same way for rookies. It's going to be the same way for a lot of teams who have new pieces. Things might look rough to start the year off. I'm not saying all of these things should happen immediately. But eventually, With Redick, I think the offense will be better. I think he will be able to help the Lakers shooters and the offense just generate more open threes. Now, whether they make those threes or not, it's out of his control, but we all recognize the Lakers were one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the league last year. And, I mean, sure, you can score, but 3 is more than 2. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have that shot in today's NBA thanks to Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Now, I also expect under Redick, this will be a team that has a lot fewer of those possessions where it's just sloppy, where it looks like people don't know what they're doing, where it just looks like this is a lot fewer of those possessions where it's like, oh yeah, it's pretty obvious this isn't a team that can really compete. You know what I'm saying? Or like contend. I expect them to have less of those possessions. I expect the half-court offense to be better because I think he'll be better at drawing up plays, and I think he'll even be better with like maybe some lineups and rotations than Darvin Ham was. Again, I'm basing this off of literally nothing. It's just the way he talks on podcasts, the way he's talked when he was on ESPN, the way he talks on broadcast, the way he played. I feel like he's going to have some of that experience that maybe that's going to help him, especially with the half-court offenses. Now, what will happen to the defense? I don't know. We all know J.J. Redick wasn't like a stout defender or anything like that, but that doesn't really mean anything. I don't know what his defensive mind is like in basketball, but I do believe the half-court offense will be better. I believe the set action, the set plays will be better. I believe that he should be able to unlock parts of this offense that we haven't seen yet, but this roster's not good. This roster's okay, it's not good, so there's only so much he can do with this current roster. For me, the best case scenario for Redick is this Lakers head coach make it to the Western Conference Finals, have the offense being a little better with shooting the 3, having the defense being a little better with defending the 3, and then we talk about these next 2 pieces, showing some good development for these next 2 pieces, who are, as you can probably guess, Dalton Knecht from Tennessee and Bronny James from USC. Let's start it off with the guy that I have higher expectations for. Let's start it off with the guy that was the 17th overall pick and not the guy that was the 55th. I know y'all want to hear about Bronny. It's what the damn media is going to talk about all the time. I don't work for ESPN. I can talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about. So guess what? We're going to talk about Dalton Knecht first. No disrespect to Bronny, because I think that there are a lot of unfair expectations on you, and I think that I don't know. I just think that Bronny, like, I'm glad you got picked. I think you deserve to get picked. I think you have potential. I'm not a hater of yours, but I'm also not one of those guys that's just going to mention your name just because it gets clicks. I'm not going to do that, but I am going to mention your name because you're the only other rookie they have. So, first, Dalton Knecht. Now, these are 2 guys that I have very, 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 very different expectations for, and that's because they were picked in very, very, very different places of the draft. For Knecht, base case scenario genuinely for me, and I debated it being a little higher, but I'm going to say best case scenario for him, being an all-rookie first-team guy. Now, that might not sound like it's asking a whole bunch, especially, you're thinking, well, he's a Lakers rookie. He better be a damn first-team. That's not something that just is going to happen because he got drafted to a big-name team. And because, like, he was a 17th overall pick. This isn't a top 10 pick. This isn't a lottery pick. You have to temper your expectations a little bit. But for me, I actually like the pick a lot. I love that he fell to the Lakers. I love this for the Lakers, and I think that's a very good, honestly, place for him. Now, he's a guy that has some potential, but the only reason I didn't pick him to be the only reason I didn't say that like a realistic best case scenario for him is this isn't the NFL, rookie of the year, is because there are going to be guys that just are on worse teams that have talent that are going to have more opportunities, higher usage rates, and everything like that than Knecht will. They're going to be able to score the ball more than Knecht because they'll have the ball more than Knecht. They're going to be able to get more assists because they'll have it more. Now, in turn, they're also going to be able to make more mistakes because they're going to have the ball more too. I understand that, but it's just for me, when you've got to defer to guys like LeBron and AD, and you're also going to have guys like D'Lo who are going to take shots, Rui's going to take some shots, you're going to have guys on this team that are going to take some shots away from you. I'm not going to be able to say, oh, realistically, I think genuinely best case he could win Rookie of the Year, even though I do believe he could win it. I'm not going to say that's like genuine, realistic best case scenario. Now, for him, that is the best case scenario, but I don't think it's the realistic best case scenario. You see what I'm getting at? I think you see what I'm getting at. If he can be an all-rookie first-team guy that can consistently be, this might sound crazy, but the 3rd or 4th best player on the team, because to me, I think he's going to come in as a starter, and I think if he doesn't come in as a starter, I think he'll definitely blossom into a starting role. If he can be consistently, like by the end of the season, the 3rd or 4th best guy on this team, I think that'll be a phenomenal place for the Lakers to be. If your 17th overall pick can be the 3rd or 4th best player on a team that has LeBron and AD, I think you're in a phenomenal place. Now, if he ends up being the 3rd or 4th best player on the team, but that's just because everyone else sucks, that's not great. But I mean, still, if he can come in, if he can be an all-rookie first-team guy, if he can really contribute in the way that I believe he can and will contribute to this Lakers team, I think that's a phenomenal place for the Lakers to be with Dalton Knecht. Come later in the season, when he's more adjusted to the NBA, when he's more adjusted to the NBA and he's getting more minutes, he's probably in that starting role again. Like I said, if not starting like the season in the starting role. Probably by the end of that season, by the trade deadline, by the All-Star break, he'll be right around that place where I think he'll be in the starting rotation and he'll be the third or fourth best guy on the team. I think that's something the Lakers and Lakers fans would be ecstatic about, and not only would be ecstatic, but should be ecstatic about that if you can get that from Dalton Knecht. Now for Bronny. My best case scenario for him would be eventually getting him some solid bench minutes, like 10th man type minutes, and getting his confidence up. Because to me, a lot of the things that I'm seeing are like improving, where it's like he's filling space in better. He's not just standing at the 3-point line. Like he's cutting when there's space to fill in, where he can cut and get easy lays instead of taking the wide open three. Because sure, a wide open three is an efficient shot, but not when you're airballing them. You know what I'm saying? Go get to the rim, get your efficiency up, get your shots up, get your confidence up by making those easy shots. I think once he learns how to tune out the noise, which his father's LeBron James. LeBron has learned how to tune out noise, I guarantee you, because if he hadn't, he wouldn't be as successful as he is. If he can learn how to tune out that noise, because there's a lot of noise surrounding him. There's more noise surrounding Bronny James than any other pick in this draft just because his name is LeBron James Jr. Okay? Alex Sarr went 0 for 15 in the day, or something like that, 0 for 15 in the day Summer League game. You ain't hear nothing about that, but you heard about Bronny and his struggles in the Summer League game. When Jaylen Brown was going 5 or whatever in his first 3 Summer League games, you didn't hear about that, but you heard about Bronny going about the same thing in his first 3 Summer League games. Yeah, I was rudely interrupted by my mother. But, anyways, if Bronny can be that solid 10th man that gives you decent minutes, like 8 to 10 minutes a game, 5 to 8 minutes a game, and likely he would be out of the rotation come playoff time, come into the season when you guys are fighting for maybe a play-in spot, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to be probably out of that rotation by that point because, again, this is the 55th overall pick. Temper your damn expectations. This is not the first overall pick. It's the 55th. I'm not expecting him to come in here and be their damn 6th man of the year. I'm just expecting him I'm just saying if he can get to a place where he's getting you a good 5 to 8, 8 to 10 to 12 minutes a game in normal, not high-pressure situations, be happy with that. Most second-round picks don't even play a damn minute in the league. So if Bronny can do that, phenomenal rookie year if he can do that. You know what I'm saying? If he can genuinely just be a positive contributor, not be a net negative in every way when he's on the floor, come in those 8 to 10 minutes, whatever, however many minutes he gets a game, that's a phenomenal start for him. Like, that is a phenomenal start for him. Y'all need to relax with what you're expecting this young man to do, bro. He just had a heart attack, had a bad year because he had a heart attack before it as a true freshman in college, and then got drafted, and now he has so much pressure on him that he probably damn near finna go bald like his dad. Like, relax, bro. Temper your damn expectations. So, overall, to wrap it up, I believe that the genuine best case realistic scenario for the Lakers make it to the Western Conference Finals. JJ Redick have the 3-point shooting, the 3-point defense, and just the overall half-court offense looking better. And you can make some changes to that roster before the trade deadline, like bringing in some more helpful pieces and not just relying on D'Lo and Rui, who we've seen disappear before the deadline. And then you can have Knecht and Bronny I hope I'm saying his name right, by the way, but Knecht and Bronny contributing in a positive way with whatever minutes it is they are getting. Hopefully Knecht will be a third or fourth best player on the team by the end of the season. Then you should be very happy with this season, whether you win the championship or not. You should be very happy with the season if you can get all those things. Anyways, tomorrow, I don't know what team we're going to do. We'll see. Maybe it'll be my Raptors. Maybe it'll be someone else. Maybe it'll be the defending champs. I don't know. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. And, yeah, like I said, that Olympic reaction video, it's up now. So go watch that after you watch this. All right, love y'all.